Alrighty, all my friends and followers on YouTube. It is hella paint and body maintenance year. Every couple years, since it's a rattle can paint job, I have to make some repairs, deal with surface rust, and repaint the truck. That's just the reality when you paint with spray paint. It's not like a regular car finish, and especially if you shoot flat paint, like obviously. I'm going flat because of the military vibe. So lots of work happening on the old girl this week at my sister's house. I'm so grateful for her allowing me to do this here. But yeah, almost done with all the body work and prep, and tomorrow I will be painting. We'll get her all dialed in and gorgeous again very, very soon. And actually, the most labor-intensive part of this job is the masking. Masking all that glass and every little thing that you don't want paint on. That's a big job. Shooting the paint is actually fun, and that's not terrible. The second biggest job is, I learned a long time ago, first time I redid the paint, that you can't mask off the signage, because when you spray paint over it, it leaves weird edges. So I literally had to paint over all my signage, my hearts and wings, the jackdaw.love, the little mom logo, my Star Wars Rebel Alliance logo, all gets painted over. I tried to go light there, but I painted all by hand, those little logos and signage, with a brush. So even though I paint over them, you can clearly see where to go back and do it, and I had to repaint all that stuff. That takes hours. It's like a day-long job to repaint all the hearts and wings, the jackdaw.love, and all those little things. But I only have to do it once every couple of years, so I shouldn't be complaining. I'm a blessed guy. So here's a really fun thing to share with you. Hella's running 37-inch in diameter tires. They're big off-road tires. And the amazing thing is, when they're on her, they look modest. You would never guess. They're as huge as they are, but then you get one off, because I took the spare off because I'm going to be painting the rack and everything. That's when you see how gigantic these tires are. Pretty interesting. All right, it is paint day. All the hole patching, rust fixing is done. Done my final sand. I am gonna screen her real quick. And then wash it, dry it off, and start masking. It's got a really cool patina though, with all the sanding and body work and the dusted, you know, fragments of paint that I've sanded off. It's pretty cool looking. I'm gonna have to do some photos. Oh, the light's terrible for this because it's in the sun and the shade, but 4 hours of masking, not counting all the body work and prep for the last 3 days. 2 hours of rattle can. Oh boy, she's looking pretty darn pretty. She doesn't look like this very often. Just, yeah, I gotta take all the mask stuff off, then I have to redo all the signage by hand. But it's a labor of love, baby. You've gotta love a rig to put up with all this. All right, my friends. I do not believe you'll ever see Hella look more cherry than she does in this moment. Freshly repainted. I suppose I could have cleaned up the wheels for this little video orbit, but I didn't think of that till this moment. But yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, the only way she could look better is if we did the legit body shop, full-on body going over and mil-spec paint job by a professional. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. But that's not worth the money to me. That's money I can spend gifting and traveling, and that's more important to me. So yeah, baby, let's get back at it. So I want to give my sister a huge thank you shout out for making your home available for me to do this big project this week. Couldn't have done it without you, Nick. Thank you for all the ways you help and support me, and I love you, and for the way that you've been a home base for our family, for Asia's builds, for Talon's build, for mine. You are awesome, and I love you. And yeah, so it's time to take a shower and no longer be a fright. I'm a fright. Wishing you all a great weekend.